Hello.
Hey YouTube, what's happening? I am headed to the little lady's workplace to bring her her mouse, which she forgot, and to bring her a wonderful Quest bar so she can chow down a little snack. And I just wanted to get out and ride. Honestly, I haven't been able to ride in a while. I've had my daughter, I've had life events to take care of, so you know how that goes. So I haven't been riding. And now I get to ride and I'm super happy. But what do I want to talk about today? How about... Oh shit, I forgot. God, I hate when that happens. I just thought of it again too. I would like to talk about buying a motorcycle. I always see a lot of questions on other people's vlogs and other people's commenting about, you know, what type of motorcycle to buy, what kind to get, how should I start out, what displacement or how large of an engine, all this other kind of questions. And everybody has their opinion, and please take that as an opinion, and everybody's an individual, so their opinion may not fit exactly what you say. Please keep that in mind on everything anybody says. You know, use your head a little bit, use some common sense, and get more input from different places other than one person or place or website or whatever else. But I would thoroughly investigate the type of motorcycle you're getting, but that's not what this video would be talking about. The extra things. So, alright, let's say some crazy ass reason you want to go out and buy a new motorcycle. Weirdo. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. Especially if it's a first motorcycle or whatever else. And it depends how you're going to buy it. If you're going to buy it on credit, you know, or you're going to pay outright. I don't know how the hell you're going to do it. I don't know your situation. But I would like you to also consider the different things that you have to buy. Now, while I'm not a good example of it, especially right now, of what I'm wearing and stuff like that, but some of the things you really need to consider are the extra shit. So things like helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots, all this other shit. And you ask any fucking motorcycle rider, what kind of jacket do you wear? They're not going to say one jacket. They're not going to say one kind of jacket. It's more like, how many do you have? I got this one for the cold, I got this one for the track, I got this one for that, and you know, so it's usually just a multitude of them. So there's a big expense there. Big expense by the way of stupid helmet, big expense by the way of clothing, gloves. Gloves are all fucking expensive, just everything. So everything is an expense. And boots, these sons of bitches are Walmart specials. But whatever, they work fine. And I can walk around all day in them. So, and they're not $800, because, well, I ain't got that kind of money. I ride a Harley. Hey, I got a fucking motorcycle I can go around. So the extra stuff you need to consider, that's not the only thing. You need to consider insurance. That's a big thing. It's expensive, and it also take your age into consideration. Before I bought a motorcycle for the street, I waited until I was 25 years old. I don't know what it's like in your country, in your state, anywhere where you are, but where I am, when I was 25, the insurance rates went down dramatically. So, okay, that's a good deal. I like that. So, consider your insurance rates. So, if you buy, let's say you bought a Supermoto in cash, just as an example, and you just want to get liability insurance on it because it's a little cheap thing. Though I don't recommend it because they're awful light, and you can pick them up and stash them in a truck pretty quick, and you're gone with it. If you ask Chase on Two Wheels or anybody like that, they'll tell you. But If you got liability only, man, you pay pennies a year. I had one motorcycle, I was obviously over 25. I think it was a DR650. I think I paid $68 a year for insurance. A year. How fucking cool is that? So think about your insurance, think about your gear, and then think my mathematics buying a motorcycle. So if you buy a used one in a shop, however you buy it, whatever the hell you do, my math on this, it has never failed me, because this is just this is always the way it turns up. Let's say you're looking at a motorcycle, oh shit, it's $3,800 or whatever the hell. Let's say $3,000 just to make an even number, and just to make a number, it does whatever the hell. Anyway, so $3 grand. You're looking at a bike. It may be unrealistic. Who cares? It's an example. $3,000 bucks. Am I turning? Yeah. And the first thing that I do when I look at it, let's say it's on a showroom. You're not buying it from a person. You're buying it off a showroom. Let's say you're looking at it, and even if it's used, and it's at $3,000 bucks, I automatically figure $4,000 bucks. You have destination charges they're going to tack on there. You can argue all you want. You can have somebody tell you that, that extra, you talk them out of it. That's horseshit most of the time. By purchasing a bike is usually a pain in the ass. Anyway, so $1,000 bucks on top of whatever I see. That's just any bike for tax, title, license, destination charges, assembly fees, I watered the lawn fee, whatever the hell they tack on there. I usually just tack on $1,000 bucks. Then you need budget for how much your stinking helmet's going to be. In my case, I think this is like a $400 helmet. Oh shit, that's another fucking item you need to tack on there. Or you could buy a cheaper one, you can buy a more expensive one, I don't know, whatever the hell. I like to buy the biggest or most expensive or nicest one that I can get in my budget, because that's my head. On top of all the purchase price, insurance premiums, this, that, and the other, here's the addition of maintenance costs. Your fuel economy is not going to be that much better. Tires don't last too long, and the compound of your rubber on the tires, blah blah blah. But maintenance costs, and then you figure maintenance interval on these things are much more frequent than a car. A car you can go, what, 3, 5, 6,000 miles, whatever. Whereas a motorcycle, my first one for this silly thing was like 500 miles or something crazy like that, and then something, man, I don't even know what the service interval is. I think it's like 1,500 miles or something like that. I don't know, it's pretty low. I don't remember the fucking history of it, but basically it's less than half of your car, of a car. So it's just a thought, and oil changes are expensive because they're probably going to put synthetic in it or something silly. So just a thought, something to consider. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day. Bye.